All right, Garrett Hagobian in the number 1, Christopher Cabrales in the number 2, Brian Marion in the 3. Thank you to our volunteer turn marshals. We are ready to get this one going. We had 3 or 4 guys running back to back here. Cousin Andy, you're in the 4. Eddie O pulled up to the 5. It's looking good. Eric Moran at the number 6, Raymond Ortega at the 7, James Johnson at the 8, and then our 2 bump ups, Stephen Burrington at the 9, and Richard Yang at the 10.
All right, my plan is to leave with 0 friends today.
A main event final here for the Tamiya EuroTruck class. Corner marshals, please pay attention. Good luck to these drivers. Wait for the sound of the start tone. Boop! Oh man, the pink car, Cabrales off the donkey dot, self-inflicted. Hagobian's getting the start he was looking for. Man, oh man, Christopher Cabrales is gonna have to work his way all the way through the field. The second qualifier is down in, it looks like 10th right now. Hagobian now in front. Orange, yellow, blue, and red. Right on the second spot, Brian Marion. That gunmetal gray. Looks like Chris Cabrales has already picked off 3 trucks. So Cabrales is clawing his way through the field in the pink. He was lined up second on the grid. And really the only threat to Garrett Hagobian coming into this final, as Hagobian edged out Cabrales' TQ time by just a couple tenths of a second in round number 2 of qualifying today. Hagobian right now already coming through traffic, coming up on that black and yellow. Man. 1:15 down and 18:45 left to go. And Hagobian.
Dude said, beat it, nerd.
Ever since Hagobian swept the CentCal 5 Challenge race up in Fresno with this truck. And ever since he went, I believe, 5 for 5 that weekend, he hasn't let anybody drive that truck since that race. He said, it's good. This is my truck. Down the straightaway and across the start-finish line. Backside of the track. Garrett puts cleaning putty in his differential. I'm already giving away too many secrets. But Garrett will tell you some of his speed, probably all of his speed secrets, just that driver. It's the 50th fastest man in the world. Garrett Hagobian in through the center of the course. Brian Marion in second, Eddie O in third, Richard Yang, one of the bump-ups in fourth. And Chris Cabrales rounding out the top 5. So Cabrales has clawed his way through half of the field. But it looks like Hagobian has put a lap on him already. Here's Hagobian lapping more cars out there. So Hagobian has already put a lap on everybody except for Brian Marion. Wow. So early in this one, 3 minutes down, 17 minutes left to go. Hagobian, it is hard to watch. And you know, you give all this guy the money in the hobby shop and then he comes out and spanks you. Here he is, coming up on the final car on the lead lap. So Hagobian looking to set the course record here. Got a lap on the field already. 3:30 down, 16:30 left to go. And Garrett wanted me to remind you guys that these TT01e, these Euro trucks are available in 3 different varieties in the hobby shop. You got the cab over, the Fat Fox Buggy Raw, and the new Mercedes while supplies last. And it looks like Garrett is running that Fat Fox, so the second gen. Nothing really changed with the body. Garrett Hagobian's ride down the straightaway and across the start finish line. That thing's mainly just been collecting dust since October. And coming up on Some more traffic here. Orange, yellow, and red. Your leader.
Okay.
Man, that thing is planted. That other truck just flew out of the way. Brian Marion in the second spot, trailing the race leader by 22.5. Marion's coming up on a white and blue truck. Gunmetal Gray is second. Gunmetal Gray is second. Chris Cabrales has moved his way all the way up into third. So that pink truck that was dead last on lap number 1, currently running in the 3 spot. Eddie O in 4th and Eric Moran to round out the top 5. 5 down and 15 to go, guys. 5 down and 15 to go. Oh yeah, Chris. That's too cool. So don't forget about those 3D printed Recaro seats. I think we got our first customer. A couple bought them already. While supplies last. How many you got? A box full? So come and check out all these, the Recaro pit stand for your phone and tablets right over there in B-Ruff's pit. Not too late to go home with one of those cool Recaro seat holders for your phone. Garen Hagobian out front, Brian Marion in second, Chris Cabrales in third. Eddie O in 4th and Eric Moran to round out the top 5. All my cousin Andy, Richard Yang, Raymond Ortega.
Race your race, I'll be all right.
James Johnson and Stephen Burrington. Oh man, there's no beating Garen Hagobian today. Coming across the start finish line, he's on cruise control already. Garen from the hobby shop. Down the straightaway he goes. Oh man, we almost saw our first mistake there from Garen, just lightly grazing the donkey dot there. 6:45 down, 13:15 left to go. Now Hagobian is going to forfeit his spot on the podium, guys. We're going to give that trophy, we're going to give that 3rd place trophy to 4th. No, so right now, Eddie O is in 4th.
Oh, all right, Eddie, that's fine. Good, Eddie.
You should see Garen's trophy collection. He doesn't have any room for any more trophies. Down the straightaway he goes. Coming up on some more traffic, coming up on Richard Yang. Nice and smooth, checking up. That smart driving by Garen Hagobian, waiting for the right opportunity to get around these back markers. 7:30 down and 12:30 left to go. Feeling like a nitro race out there. These guys got a long way to go.
Sorry about that, Brian.
8 minutes down and 12 minutes left to go, drivers. 8 minutes down and 12 minutes left to go. Garen Hagobian, the orange, blue, and yellow through the center of the course. That's our race leader. Running to the 2nd spot, Chris Cabrales in the pink truck across the start-finish line. Rolling in 3rd, Eddie O. Brian Marion in 4th in the gray truck. Cousin Andy rounding out the top 5 in the pink, yellow, and white. Our race leader, Garen Hagobian, down the straightaway again. He's working on lap number 27. And now working on lap number 28. He's on a 64-lap run. When you go into the hobby shop, you'll see a yellow car with the gold medallion. That's one of Garen's favorite races that he participated in. So if you see that yellow, I believe it's a Ferrari with the gold medallion. That's from a 12-hour endurance race where the race started out with them building the car. That was at the old Aliso Viejo Tamiya track. And so that's one of his favorite cars and trophies in the hobby shop from a 12-hour endurance race. The car ran for 12 hours, and it took driving like this to accomplish that win. Lap after lap, standing up there for 2 to 3 hours at a time, driving the car, rotating with your team members. It's about time we do an endurance race over here. That would be fun to do a team endurance race. These type of vehicles are the best ones for it. You don't want to take those $1,000 cars and try to run them for 12 hours. Take a $300 car and try to do it. It's a lot cheaper in the long run.
145 bucks, homeboy.
And of course, with these Johnson motors, as you can see with this race right here, they'll go 25 minutes on a charge. Down the straightaway, here's our race leader, Garen Hagobian. 10:15 down, 9:45 left to go. Chris Cabrales in the second spot, Eddie O in third, Cousin Andy in fourth.
Come on, Andy.
Brian Marion in fifth, Eric Moran in sixth, Richard Yang in seventh, Raymond Ortega in eighth, Stephen Purrington in ninth, and James Johnson in 10th. All 10 finalists still out there running. 11 minutes down and 9 minutes left to go now. 11 down and 9 to go. Yeah, we should. This is getting ridiculous. We got a battle shaping up for the fourth spot between Cousin Andy and Brian Marion, separated by 2.3 the last time by. Cousin Andy pink, yellow, and white, and Brian Marion in the gunmetal gray.
We're catching Eddie.
Right now, Chris Cabrales is in the second spot. He's 35 seconds behind the point. Cabrales had some really good numbers in qualifying, just had a very horrible start to this race. Gotten it together, had to claw his way all the way through the field, and the pink car in second, trailing by 36.4 now. So it looks like Garen is peeling away almost a second, about 0.6 of a second a lap on average. Battle is for the third spot now. Eddie O, Cousin Andy, and Brian Marion. So with 12 down and 8 to go, it's going to be Eddie O in third, Cousin Andy in fourth, and Brian Marion in fifth. Right now the gap between third and fourth is 1.1, and the gap between fourth and fifth is also 1.1. 12:30 down, 7:30 left to go, driver. 12:30 down, 7:30 left to go. We do have one more race, which is the Rio and Lockhart show. The 2/8 scales will finish off the day. The 2/8 scales will finish off the day here. We get our trophy presentation after those 8 scale cars run. So if we finish first, second, or third in an A main event, we'll do a little trophy presentation, a quick photograph after race number 9. 13 down and 7 to go. Yeah, 13 down and 7 to go. It's painful. It does. It hurts. Yeah. It hurts most for the beginner that just wants their trophy at this point. Yeah, there's a guy out there just waiting for his trophy. He doesn't want to hear notch anymore. And he's happy that Garen has lapped everybody twice, but time for that hardware. Well, this is what happens in the nitro races. A lot of electric races don't run this long, but in a nitro race, you're up there 20 or 30 minutes, you start to feel your elbow lock up, the balls of your feet start tingling. I mean, the older you get, the harder it is to stand in one spot for 20 minutes. You see some of these guys, when they drive down the straightaway, they'll shuffle their feet or adjust their arms a little bit, because staying in one position, holding the radio, your elbow, you get that tennis elbow going on. Radio elbow. All right, we got 5 minutes and 45 seconds left to go. 5:45 left to go. Hagobia, Cabrales, and Cousin Andy. Our top three. Eddie O and Brian Marion to round out the top 5. Followed by Eric, Richard, Steven, Raymond, James. Oh, yeah. Yep. I tried it before. Yeah. Oh, yep. 15 down and 5 to go. 15 down and 5 to go. All right, so we're 75% of the way there. 15 down and 5 to go. Hagobia, what lap is he on? 48. Continuing to lead the way on a 63-lap run.
Good God.
Into the center, backside of the track now.
I don't know, dude. I lost count like 4 or 5 fucking times. I was talking shit earlier, dude. I feel bad. I'm gonna listen to Darren more often. At least I'm getting the fuck out of his face.
4 minutes left to go. Yeah, most of the time, especially if there's a lot of classes. 16 down and 4 to go. Garen Hagobia, 51 seconds out in front of second place. Chris Cabrales in the second spot, holding 25 seconds over Cousin Andy third. Cousin Andy in through the center of the course. Out here with his buddy Jeff today, the pink, yellow, and white on the backside. Brian Marion in fourth, and Eddie O rounding out the top 5. And we finally lost our first car. We went 16 and a half minutes. And it sounds like James thinks his motor is gone. First thing you want to do is get some 5 by 11 bearings for these things, 5 by 10 bearings. You can get some ball bearings.
We're allowed to run bearings?
And you slap those ball bearings in the truck, so that is legal. You can put any steering servo you want in it. Now, if you want to remain TCS compliant, the Tamiya Championship Series, you gotta keep it all stock. It's got to be all Tamiya. You can't start slapping all that racing stuff. You can't get all the aluminum hot racing. You can't even put oil in the shocks. So these guys have all their little tricks that they do, but you gotta follow that rule book all the way down to having mirrors on the car. So it looks like Chris Cabrales has been disqualified. Just kidding, Chris. Keep driving. That's in a TCS race. You go to Japan, they'll be like, you had no mirrors. You don't count.
If you can't see my mirrors, I can't see you. That's a good joke. You guys ever drove behind a truck that said that?
The only rule I have is no boba straws. You can't have any boba straws holding your body together. That's my rule.
That's the Eddie O rule.
Save the boba straws. Garen Hagobia, Chris Cabrales, and Cousin Andy in this one. 18 down and 2 to go. 18 down and 2 to go. 2-minute warning. We finally have a class where Chris doesn't have the ridiculous motor advantage. He did have the fastest motor in qualifying, but everybody's running them little $17 Mabuchi motors. So, not a big deal. I think Garen usually buys like 3 or 4 of them. And depending on how the kids behave, depends on which motor they get, but he gets the best one. Coming across the start-finish line. Oh, man! Finally a crash from Hagobia. 18 minutes and 45 seconds later, we finally see this guy take a little bit more than a bobble. He's listening to me talk about his kids. Down the straightaway and across the start-finish line, Garrett. Got a paint job by Paul, our local painter here. Sharp colors, yellow, orange, blue, and red. Less than a minute left to go on the clock here. Chris Cabrales in the pink truck across the start-finish line in seconds.
This thing is laying down, man. Oh, you could do it.
Cousin Andy in third, pink, yellow, and white. 30 seconds left to go again. 30 seconds left to go. Brian Marion in fourth. 20 seconds left to go, driver. 20 seconds. So for 20 minutes, we got 9 trucks that are going to finish. 10 seconds left to go. Garen, Chris, and Cousin Andy. White flag is out. When you cross the start-finish line, you will be done. Stephen Purrington, you're done. Eric Brand, you're done. Eddie O, you're done. A couple more to finish up. Oh! Cousin Andy is done. That was close. You almost lost third place right there. Brian Marion is done. That's the race, guys. Everybody is done. Garen Hagobian taking the win. Chris Cabral is second. Cousin Andy third.
Good run.
Brian Marion fourth. Eddie O fifth. Eric Rand sixth. Richard, Steven, and Raymond. Garen, could I see you real quick?
My shit. Right here. Sliding up.